Hello everyone, and this is hopefully my last time recording this. I kind of fucked up something the first 2 times. Luckily I didn't finish it the second time, I barely started. But welcome everyone, and we're going to be going over the recent leaks for the anniversary chapter of Dead by Daylight. So, if you don't want to be spoiled, click off now. Go away, go watch Minecraft Hardcore or something, new video on that soon. Sorry for no content, by the way, both from Twitch and YouTube. I've been very much under the weather. The last couple of days, I've been feeling like absolute shit, feeling like I'm gonna throw up, congested as fuck. Part of it's probably because I ate something that didn't agree with me. Hell. And the other part is because of the fact that I have this weird thing with weather. Drastic changes in the weather will actually, they actually kind of make me get really congested and feel very sick. It's not allergies because it doesn't matter like what season it is. Like just drastic changes in the weather fuck with my body. It's something that my mom also deals with, and something that's actually a bit on my dad's side as well. But I've been feeling very sick. But without further ado, I want to kind of go over the leaks, and I want to start by first talking about one of the recent leaks that we had for a while that we were going off of was that Alien was coming into DBD. It was supposed to be announced on Alien Day. Alien Day came and went, and there was no announcement. People were like, well, there's still a possibility. Well, sadly, the leaks disprove that. The end of each chapter 28 will have the killer of the singularity, and the survivor will be Gabriel Soma. Live stream in PTP will be happening on Tuesday, March 23rd, and the live release would be June 13th. If the live stream in PTP are going to be on the 23rd, it's already the 4th. So I'm expecting next week-ish or so, we're probably going to see a teaser drop for the newest killer. So the thing is, by the way, this leak is pretty damn well official, meaning there's probably about a 1% chance this is actually incorrect information. DBD leaks, not DBD leaks specifically, but Veet has a good track record for a bit, and they do kind of more or less run DBD leaks now. And DBD leaks is by far the most trustworthy area to get leaks in. He's literally still in the server for leaks and whatnot. And there was also been an additional leak that was done by Leaks by Daylight that covers the killer's power, being able to set down portals, teleport around the map with them, making survivors around when teleporting scream and their auras are revealed. Venus more or less said they view anything else on anything other than names. It's probably not true. So take that one with like 10 pounds of salt. Take this with like still a grain of salt, but this is pretty likely. But now I'm gonna go over at least my thoughts and theories coming into this. First off, we do have the name of the survivor being Gabriel Soma. So I'm expecting probably a Spanish survivor, because Gabriel is definitely not like a guarantee, but it definitely to me, since they always try and like broaden their, well, not broaden their horizons, but like diversify their cast or whatnot, I'm expecting this to most likely be someone who is of Spanish descent, of some kind. Could be totally off on that though. And the killer name is the Singularity. Now, the Singularity, I looked this up, right? So, Singularity has a couple meanings. The state, factor, quality, or condition of being singular. Helpful, thank you. A point at which a function takes an infinite value, especially in space-time when matter is infinitely dense, as at the center of the black hole. Or a hypothetical moment in time where artificial intelligence and other technologies have become so advanced that humanity undergoes a dramatic and irreversible change. So I have 3 theories. I have 3 mini theories on what our killer is going to be. Each kind of based off a different usage of the word singularity. First, we have a hypothetical moment in time where artificial intelligence and other technologies become so advanced that humanity undergoes a dramatic and irreversible change. Especially after another technology-based killer, having another technology-based killer is actually not at all unheard of by behavior. And I think after seeing the reception to this, and especially after the name of this singularity, I would actually expect that if we got a killer based somewhere on technology, we're talking an actual, like, AI, a robot, a cyborg, some sort of augmented human at worst. But it is possible for it to mean some sort of crazed computer tech dude who's, you know, gone batshit and is somehow killing people. But I also think this is the least likely outcome of the definition of the singularity. I want to go into my next idea. This one I think is probably the most likely, but probably not my favorite of my ideas here. My second theory. The singularity is heavily, if you say that, people are probably going to think of space. And especially with this, you know, what if this was some sort of space killer? Either an alien of some kind, some sort of creature with space abilities, maybe even human, that somehow has been like taken over by some sort of parasitic being that is puppeteering a body more or less, and has all these spacey supernatural powers. Especially if they did have the power of teleportation, they could sum that up and tie into space of being able to, like, quite literally set up wormholes, right, to be able to cross the map. And it would definitely be more on the take of something much closer to Demogorgon. Portals that you set down and teleport around, right? Now, do I really think we're looking at a fourth killer that focuses on setting down things to be able to teleport to, or teleporting around the map as a main part of the power, not even including Freddy? No, I honestly think we've had enough of killers with teleportation powers within the within a bit of time, including the fact that we got Sadako and Dreads last year, 2 killers in a row focused on teleportation. I doubt we're going to get another anniversary killer based around teleportation, which is why I really question the Leaks by Daylight leak. Even more so after, you know, Defeat was like, hey, don't trust anyone saying anything else. We have no other information. So unless they manage to get some super secret information, then it's probably false. But if it is a teleportation power, space seems the most likely way to go. Setting up wormholes to be able to teleport around the map. Cool idea. But now we want to go into my full speculation. No one's really mentioned this to a degree, because I've only seen 2 videos, so maybe people have. I don't know. But I really want to talk about the singularity. A singularity point is usually referred to not just in space, but in general media as the start of something. Basically the origins of whatever's going on, especially if you're talking like some sort of like mass like thing happening. It will all be tied down to a singularity point, a moment in time at which something happened. The singularity could quite literally be tied to DBD, Dead by Daylight, in a way, of like the entity. What if this is a killer that is heavily tied and influenced, and maybe even has a bit of the powers of the entity? Maybe we're talking like a Black Veil cultist, right? Like maybe one of the earliest ones, like the first like true leader of the Black Veil, who was blessed upon by the entity with these powers and brought into the realm to help torment and deal with the people. He was given eternal servitude, something that he'd already more or less dedicated his life to, and will happily work for the rest of his time, serving the entity and killing survivors, with perks that heavily tie more into the entity's influence, and maybe even a power that ties into it as well. That could be what this singularity could be, a singularity point. I don't think we'd ever see the entity step in as an actual killer. The entity creates the realms, controls the killers. It makes no sense that they would be a killer. But we have gotten killers that are definitely more under the influence by the entity or have more favor with the entity. Ghostface, his little ghostly tendrils that hang around with him, are because the entity showed favor towards him. And you have perks like Corrupt Intervention, where killers are quite literally able to call upon the entity to do something for them for a limited time. Is it really so much to say that we are definitely in waiting for a killer whose focus is truly tied to the entity? Their power comes fully from the entity and is tied in the powers of the entity, being that of a singularity point, the beginning of so much more. I think that's a cool idea. Do I think it's likely? Fuck no. I'm probably all off base with all my guesses. It's gonna be like fucking John Sindington. And his power will be we're doing DBD powers nowadays, so you have the ability to invoke special sigils on people that you hit, and these sigils will have like 20 of different effects depending on if you have a perk in like, well, you have to be running one of your teachables at all times, and then depending on what slot of perk it's in will depend on what your power does at that exact moment, and also whether or not the perk is active at the time or not. And on Tuesdays, your power will be completely nullified. God, fucking these days, powers read much like they're trying to be fucking JoJo stands from later parts. It's like some of the most convoluted, complex dumbassery yet. Just a great joke for you, though. But I really don't think any of my ideas are going to be anywhere close to accurate. But hey, fun and speculating, eh? See you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.